Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in. This is Danny, a SpeedNet Inc. In this video, we're going to go ahead and give you a demonstration on how you can self-install the wireless bridge. These bridges can go up to 2 kilometers in range, so you should be able to install these devices and get a pretty good range. In most cases, whoever is ordering these devices, they are looking to extend the internet from their primary home to maybe like a garage or a shop they have a couple hundred feet from their house. And in this situation, you should be able to get proper internet service from this one device from your primary home to your shop or your shed or another unit, whatever it is. You should be able to do that. I'm going to go over the technical details of this device so you can install it properly and get it to function properly. Before I get into the details of this device, let me tell you a few things about this device that you need to know. First of all, it does not require a technician to come and install this device. You can self-install it. You are not required to align them face to face. They could be off angle and even off, or you could have like some obstruction in between. As long as it's not a solid building, you can have trees or branches. It will shoot through those and you should be able to get coverage on the unit number 2. There's going to be 2 pieces of equipment. One is going to go into the primary home, and that unit is going to be connected to the router that's installed in your house. So on one of the port in your router, a lane port, is going to be connected to this device, providing it the internet. At the same time, there's also going to be a cord coming from the device to the very same place where this device is installed, and it's going to be powering the device. If you have a power outlet in the attic, you can't really use it, because wherever the router is installed, it is the exact same place. You need to have the PoE switch installed also, which is going to power the device through the Ethernet cable. So remember, both the router, the one that you are going to use the lane port of, that, and the PoE switch, which is a switch that kind of looks like this, both of them are going to be installed right in the same place. So that's number 1. And number 2 is whether it's a shed or a shop or another building, wherever it may be, if you need internet in that one building over there, you may or may not need a router depending on how big that unit is. Our bridge itself, the one that's going to be installed on unit number 2, comes with a router inbuilt into it, and you can use that router if you're just trying to get some basic internet for some surfing related issue. You should be able to use that router. You will not need a router. So here's the technical details of this video of this device, and I'll go over on it one by one. First of all, we have these devices look like this, and there's going to be 2 of them. One goes on your primary home, one goes on to the device that is going to be on the building, that's going to be the secondary unit. So number 1 unit, we are going to label it. So if you look on top over here, if it says number 1 unit, well, this is the unit that goes on your house. And if it says number 2 on it, then that's the unit that's going to be going on the garage or the shed, which is right here. And if you open the cap of this 1 unit, you will be able to put in all your connections. So let me give you a close-up look of how this looks like. All right, so these are the 2 devices that are going to be installed on your houses. And 1 unit goes on your house and 1 unit goes on the secondary unit where you need the internet. Whether it be a shed, whether it be a garage, whether it be a shop, whatever it is. So to make it simple, right, what you want to do is you want to remove these 2 and check the numbers on this unit. See, if it says number 1 on it, right, this is the unit that's going to be installed where you have your primary internet source coming inside the house. Whether it is an antenna that we have installed or whether it is an internet connection that you currently have with your current internet provider. Either one, this device is the one that stays on this house over here. With that being said, if we already have that sorted out, we're not going to worry about where everything else is going to go, and we're just going to remove this second piece. And this second piece is going to be, you're going to go ahead and put that second piece into the unit that is going to be receiving the internet from the primary internet. So just remove this from here, and that will remove all the confusion out of the picture. So on unit number 1, we provide you with these zip ties, and these zip ties is going to go pretty much anywhere outside there is no obstruction, and there is a clear view of this location where you're trying to get the internet. And these zip ties are going to go into these holes over here, right, like this. And if it's like a pole, you just put these zip ties like this and you tie to the pole, and you can secure this equipment just with 2 zip ties. There's going to be one over here and there's going to be another one over here. Simply slide them in and you have yourself a secure mount for this device. Second thing you're going to do is you're going to open this device from the bottom over here. You just slide this cap lid up and just push this device out, and it's gonna open right up. Okay, and inside you can see a whole bunch of stuff, and none of this stuff should confuse you. So you simply have to do is you grab your switch that is also going to be in the box, and this switch is called a PoE switch. On this PoE switch you see two ports. Okay, this one should not confuse you right now. I'll tell you what it is. The PoE switch, the number 1 switch, this is basically the port that is going to power the device. This is, you can think of it as the power cord, and this will go onto the PoE side, the left hand side of this device. We've also labeled this thing, the cap on the inside. So if you're putting this cap inside, and if your PoE matches, right, if this PoE matches with the PoE side of this thing, then you have done it correctly. The wiring is done correctly. Remember, getting it wiring is this device done correctly is more important than where you have installed it and how you have installed it. If this part is done correctly, 90% of the job is done. So with that being said, on the left hand side goes the cable that is the PoE part of the switch. I don't know if you can see that on this video or not, but it says over here PoE. So you just plug one cable into the PoE port, and that PoE port goes over here on the PoE side. It's written over here. And then data, which is the cable that's going to come from the router to this device, is going to go on this side. Simple as that. There is no other science to it. There's nothing, no rocket science about it. Once you do that, you put this mount, this is a device, and you install this device. Make sure you have, you close it right, and you install this device on your primary home wherever you have the internet coming in. And now when you come to the secondary device, this device, number 2 device, let's say if you are installing this in your garage, on this device as well, we have labeled this PoE and data. So again, PoE, always the main port is where the power is going to be connected to, which is from this switch over here. The PoE, you can see that PoE switch, and it is connected to this port over here. And then the second port over here, this one on number 2 device is optional. If you want to use the router on unit number 2, this is where this cable, the yellow cable or any other cable you use, but the one on the right hand side port goes into a router. And if you don't need to use a router, this has a very good router built into it already. You can use that, and this will again going to go inside the building, is going to get plugged into a power source. You connect the PoE port and you bring that over here onto this device on the left hand side. Everything else is done for you. You don't need to worry about any specific detail. You just have to worry about this part, and again, mount it correctly, and that should take care of your installation of this wireless bridge. I am sure you will have a lot of questions. You can watch this video a couple of times, and if you still have questions, you reach out to us, and either we can provide you support over the phone, give you some clarification, or we can schedule somebody to go out there and help you out. I hope this information was helpful. The idea of this video is to simplify the process of installing a wireless bridge. We call it a wireless bridge because this it bridges the internet from your primary home to your secondary location, and it does not lose anything. You don't need to worry about aligning it perfectly if it's off angle. As long as they can see each other somehow, and there's no real obstruction like a building or a mountain or a big rock, it will go through it. You will get signal on both buildings, and you just pay one bill. I hope this helps. Thank you.